Hello, cuties, and welcome to a reading vlog. I asked all of my Ko-fi subscribers and donators to vote on a vlog, and you've all voted on a reading an overhyped book vlog, and then you all voted on the book, and the book you decided was Bride by Ali Hazelwood, which is fine. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. So for those who don't know me, hi, I'm a very asexual person, but we are amidst a vampire challenge. So actually, we're not amidst. We are very close to the finish line. This book, Bride, will actually be the final one I have to read outside of being forced to read Twilight books, which I have 2 more to do as of right now. So we are doing a paint by numbers and other things probably whilst we listen to this. And I have started a little bit while we have begun. We have started this guy right here. It's going to be a beautiful magical library, but I decided to paint the globes things there first. And then we're going to continue forward on the rest now. But usually during these kinds of vlogs, you see my face so you can see my lovely reactions to the spicy scenes that I don't enjoy reading at all. Sorry for the weird lighting. You're in a corner. I need to get lights. I guess I need lights right here. That was very Irish. I need to get lights right here. We are going to be working on this paint by numbers and probably walking dogs. Just a standard reading vlog as I react. So far we have started and we have our character of Misery. And we have this world where we have humans, werewolves, and vampires who all kind of coexist, but it's kind of a strained coexistence. And I have found out that our character of Misery served as basically collateral as a kid, between a truce between like humans and vampires. So she was raised amongst humans, came back, and is like, I don't want to be here with the vampires. I want to go live my life. So she has a fake ID and lives a life pretending to be human, and now has been ousted from that due to some more like political strife going on, a change of power, and now is basically being sold as collateral again, but this time via a marriage to the new werewolf Alpha. We don't know his full thing. I've already suspected a moment of like, okay, she's his true mate or something, because we have a wedding, and he sniffs her and it's like, why do you smell like that? And she's assuming, oh, I must smell like shit. And it's like, girl, come on, what kind of book are we in? Not that characters know what kind of books they're in, but of course. But she also has her own secret mission to find her missing bestie friend, who was a human. And I think there's some way that her friend is connected to the werewolves in some way. I'm wondering if is her best friend the main character of the second book, which is called Mate. I'm wondering. I don't know. I don't know anything about the sequel. I barely know anything about this book other than that it's by Ali Hazelwood, and it's vampire to werewolf marriage. And yes, that's pretty much where we're at. We finally have learned. And I'm not very far in. I'm only like 2 hours into the book. So it's not really spoiler worthy, I think. It's just kind of like, here's the main plot of it. So her own reasons are basically to find her missing friend. So we do have a plot, at least, and we haven't had insta-love. We might have had insta-mate, but she's like, okay, he smells really good to her too. Like his blood smells really good. But they have not, they've had like 1 conversation. Really 2 if you count the wedding, but like they barely spoke during the actual the wedding, like doesn't even like appear. But yeah, that's where we're at. She has a very rough relationship with her father and her brother, who she still does talk to. Her brother's kind of a jerk though, in terms of some things. But yeah, we're gonna continue forward on painting this guy. I need to find a better angle for y'all, unless I'll just keep showing the progress of the painting itself. But we needed to start our actual vlog now, because I was also finishing another book while doing this really quickly. And now we're starting and we're streaming, and we have 7 minutes on this sprint left. So, yeah, that's what's happening, folks. And yay. everybody. So we've been working on this. We ended our live stream, did some dinner, all that jazz. We're 47% done with Bride. So I figure we should talk because I have an inkling. Hold on. I need a, this is a very I need a better chair for doing this stuff, but not even chair. I need a better desk, but okay. I have an inkling we're about to get to like a spicier moment. I don't know if it's gonna be spicy, but here's the overview of this book so far. Fair warning for some spoilers, possibly. Nothing has huge and dramatic has happened spoiler wise, but I have theories and stuff. So here's the thing. So our girl Misery has been, married off to this alpha werewolf. And since day one of the wedding, he's done this thing about, what do you smell like that kind of thing, which from someone who, we know werewolf lore and stuff, we know mates and scents and things. Clearly the readers are all going to know, like, okay, we get it. He's now obsessed with her, but she's convinced she smells bad to him for some reason, has never clarified. A lot of the issues between these two would be solved if they just straight up asked questions. But because it's under the guise of we are from enemy species, so we're not going to trust one another kind of thing, even though he is clearly trusting her a lot more than she is, because she is convinced that her best friend has disappeared at his hands because there was a clue left behind. But we're also finding out that, wow, everybody has these initials. Everyone has the same initials. But there's also his little sister, who's not his sister actually, but she's kind of like that for him. And her big, like, who she is, what she is the big spoiler. Now, we don't know exactly the full significance of it, but we know there is a significant role into, like, her existence for the lore of this world. And I won't spoil that part for you guys, but, like, yeah, it said that this should not be able to happen, but lo and behold, here's the thing. So she thinks that her friend knew about this little girl. We don't know in what context. We don't know anything of that yet. But they're trying to figure out somebody tried to kidnap little girl. And what I do love is our main character with Misery. I do find her relatably funny. I think her wit and sarcasm is very apt, for her age. She's 25, and she's just very sarcastic, and I relate with her in her responses to these situations. It's pretty funny. It's entertaining. I will give her that. But so she has like a begrudging fondness for this child, which is one of my favorite kind of character tropes that you can have. For me to enjoy as a reader is just like, God dang it, I love this little girl so much. This is ridiculous and annoying and I shouldn't, kind of thing. Like, no, I am not meant for this kind of life, but I will murder anyone who hurts this little girl, kind of thing. It's very Rosa from Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Wow. With when she gets the puppy. And it's very much that kind of mentality, that kind of dynamic, which I find very, very, very funny. Misery also is IT girl, right? She's really good at hacking. This was the job she had before in the human world. She's very good with computers. And so she's trying to like cross-reference and stuff. She gets caught and then ends up, the two of them start having these really nice bonding moments. And this is where I really am enjoying this book, is because we have these soft, quiet moments between the two of them where it's not like, oh, I'm so in love with this person or anything like that. It is genuine friendship building and trust building as they're talking to one another, without because for him, it's like the way he's moving and stuff. As the reader, you're like, clearly this guy is very much into her because of the scent, and he's like obviously she's probably his mate, which this has very different lore, not very different, but slightly adjusted lore of werewolf and vampire stuff. Like a lot of the stuff we know in common vampire lore is not true, and in common werewolf lore is not true, but there are some like similarities, but it's like unique enough that it's like, okay, yeah, this is vampire werewolf, but this is what it means to be vampire werewolf in this world. So it has that own uniqueness to it. And so the constant questioning of like, well, when you bite someone, do they turn? And it's like, no. Does that happen for you? Well, no. Well, duh. Kind of that little fun banter between the two as they learn more about each other. And I find that very entertaining so far. So right now at 47%, I am thoroughly enjoying this book, I will say. But now we are going to infiltrate this other pack because we have suspicions that the leader of this pack may be the cause, maybe the person who's pulling the strings in trying to kidnap the little girl, maybe has a connection to our friend. We don't know yet. These are just like, maybe if we can hack into these systems, but we need to get this thing into that thing. But our lovely alpha werewolf knows nothing of computers and things, and he's very much just useless with it. So she has finally bartered her way to go on to this, but they have to fly, right? And so they have their own private jet because they're rich, honey. That was a really funny line. I like when they pretend like, okay, they are a married couple now, but they're not a couple. They're just married. And she gets to the plane and she's like, darling, are we rich? And he goes, oh, honey, we can't go on regular flights because we're werewolves. Because there's a significant borders of werewolf, vampire, humans. They all know about each other. It's not like they're hidden from the world, but it's a thing. It's really funny banter, and they're flying the plane. And then now there's this awkward conversation because he's like, I have to prove to them that you're my wife, and they gotta believe that we're a thing. I need to mark you. And I'm like, okay, she's not grasping what this fully means. So I have an inkling. I feel we are about to get to possibly a smutty part, but I'm like, I don't know how they're going to do that because they literally just landed the plane and the other pack is outside, if I was reading that correctly. So I don't know what's about to go on, but I think we're at least going to get our first, at least kiss, if not something more. We'll see how well this is written. This is what I fear when authors lose the plot. I'm scared there. I hope we don't lose the plot because so far we've had plot. Okay, we've had some character growth and we've had some plot, and that's made me a very happy reader. But you bring spice into the mix sometimes, and sometimes it don't make no sense, and sometimes it's repetitive and pointless. And that's what I don't like. I don't know why I started talking like this, but that's what I did. Okay. Anyway, so this is how far we are right now. We have some wood. We have some bookshelves happening. I'm trying to just focus on one side. We're just going to kind of go here and work our way that way. So I'll probably start picking a different color right now as we do that. Okay. Let's begin again. Like a wet willy. Okay, so that was interesting. Not fully spiced, but it was definitely like a precursor scene. I say before, like, oh, this was different. Like all the smut scenes in a lot of books are the same. That was different. It wasn't really smut. It was definitely not that. But like he basically has to lick her whole body. Yeah, that was weird. Okay, what the hell? What the hell? So we just deal with a very smutty scene. And she's come to the conclusion finally. She's like, I'm your mate, aren't I? This is the thing. And he's just like denying everything. Like, this is some bullshit right now. With, like, they were having all of these, like, very emotional, connective things. And then all of a sudden he does this 180. And it's like, if this is a dumb thing of his self-pitying, like, pretending that it meant nothing to him to protect her, that is some bullshit. And I'm mad about that. Or he has sensed, this is me speculating, he has sensed somebody's watching because they're at her old apartment. He has sensed somebody has done something. So, like, in order to make it seem like, oh, she's not that important to me, because he knows someone's watching. But, like, come on. That's so dumb. I hate that. Okay. Where are we at? I'm close over here. With 2.5 hours left here. 81%. So, at my speed, it says I should finish in an hour. What the hell? This is how far we got. This is how much time. Bride. And a little bit of Magic Lessons by Alice Hoffman. That's as far as I could get. We finished it. We finished Bride. Okay, here's the thing. It did a bit of the Fourth Wing thing, where as soon as the characters start getting together, that's all they do. And that's annoying for me. Whatever. Really gross, weird moments. Weird anatomy moments. Weird pillow talk, I guess, moments. I don't know. There was a lot of for me there. So enjoy that montage whenever it happened. I will say it held the plot. I did kind of think like from the beginning, like who the actual bad guy was. Cause yeah, it's always going to be them in certain things. I do think there's like, one of the things that I don't like about the style in this book is like we're predominantly in Misery's POV, but then we have these little interludes that are not even interludes, it's like a sentence or two from Lowe's. And I'm just like, I wish either we didn't have those at all or we had a full POV, because we don't get his full POV until the very, very end. And I think for me, I like balance in my books and stuff. So either I don't want any, or I want, like, I don't want a second POV, or I want a full POV, because that last not miscommunication, but like purposeful deceit was a little annoying. It was very rough and annoying. And yeah, I don't think there was a reason why he couldn't just like say the things other than just making it a dramatic effect and making our main character feel like shit, you know? Like realistically, could have just been in on the plan the whole time, right? It's fine. It's fine. But overall, I would say this is definitely way better than I thought the experience of reading this was going to be. It was just fun. It was like very fun paranormal romance style stuff. Like it is definitely like a popcorn book, but it had some good depth. We had some good character arc. Although I will say there's one thing about it that irks me, because I'm like, that's kind of traumatic. And here's the thing. So Misery is always like being told to be a good girl, basically, and do the thing for the thing. And at the end, when they're like, oh, they're like, you know, so in love with each other or whatever, and Lo's like, you'll be a good girl and you'll take that for me. And I'm like, I don't think that would be her kink, honestly. I don't think she would have a praise kink, because everyone always told her to behave that way. I don't think that fits her personality, personally. I don't think so. So whatever, that's fine. But yeah, I hope this was an okay reading vlog for you guys. It was mostly just me doing this painting. I will continue to work on it. We'll see how many books it will take to do this. But we've got most of the structure of the bookcases, I guess, at least on that half. So, but yeah. That was Bride by Hallie Hazelwood. So if you want to be in the deciding vote for the next book that I read, or the next vlog that I do, or the next any video that I want to do, check out my Ko-fi. I appreciate it. You can subscribe as a monthly, kind of like a Patreon thing, and get access to a bunch of cool new stuff. Or you can donate one time, and you know, whenever you feel like it, and that's great too. It's cool. It's awesome. And even if you can't, I just appreciate you watching the videos. It helps. Everything helps. And you guys are awesome. So I hope you enjoyed my reading experience with Bride. And I'm going to go now. Goodbye. Oh. What? What? What am I being yelled at for? What do you want? What do you want, Paul? Tell me what you desire to see, your secret intent, Paul.